Hello and welcome yet again for another edition of Inside the Sport on your Thursday. Inside the Sport is a show that is brought to you by Eswatini TV, where we get a chance to sit and just look at the history, the background of some of our sports personnel, sports officials, some who are still in action as we speak, and some who have already decided to retire, who have now moved to other professions. But we've had chances in different episodes where we spoke to other, athletes, officials from other sporting codes, be it swimming, be it football, be it basketball, be it other sporting codes. But today now, it's a chance where we do things differently, sitting one-on-one with one of the best we've ever produced in the country when it comes to athletics. That is Subsiso Swazibot Matsenjwa. We get a chance also to know where the name Swazibot comes from. All the way from Stegi, he has now raised the country's flag high at the Commonwealth and Olympics in the history. As we speak, he is an athletics coach. What has changed? What has happened in the life of Subsiso Swazibot Matsenjwa? Subsiso Matsenjwa, once again, our hero, our best we've ever produced. Subsiso Matsenjwa, what a day. Nasithi Subsiso, before speaking to Swazibot, Nasithi Subsiso Matsenjwa, utalelwapi, ukhulelaphi, who are you? Where are you from? Can we say you are one of us?
I was born in Stegi, Kuchepat, Ekaya Mapungwane, Palata, but I grew up with my grandma, Malinza. Yeah. All
right. So when did you start realizing that the talent of being an athlete is there? Now that you love different sporting codes, this is what you want to do.
Yeah, it got me. I discovered that I have a talent in athletics when I was in Bundle High School. So we ran the inter-houses school competition. Then I discovered, hey, I can run. Then that's where I started, to fall in love with the sport, like athletics, because sometimes, you're not. I wasn't that good, but I can play. So that's where I discovered I can run, and luckily enough, I was supported by the teachers were in Bundle High School.
So not only did you started by playing athletics, but during your early ages?
Yeah, when you grow up, everyone plays soccer, so we played soccer even in Kaya, we had some of the soccer players that were playing for good teams. And my dad, I think he was playing soccer as well when he was still a child.
So during that time at school, you were representing the school. So when do you join a club to say now you belong to a specific athletics club?
I think I joined a club in 2008, the Mhlume Athletics Club, because usually the Libombo region, the Sibanema competition, our top branches at Mhlume. So that's why they recruited me, because they saw me doing well. Then I joined a club, to be able to run with the other teams nationally.
Okay. Yeah. So when
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
So from 2008, you stayed there for quite some time, or you just had to branch out to another club, which is the Athletics Police Club?
No, I stayed there until I finished school. Yeah, in 2010. Then 2011, I joined the Royal Eswatini Police Athletics Club until now. Yeah, I'm still part of the reps team.
And then I know when you talk about the reps team, history goes without saying, the ever-present and the undivided supporter of sports in the police academy. That is Mr. Masugu. May his soul rest in peace. I'm sure he played a key role in your life as an athlete.
Yeah, he did a lot for me. I won't lie, and I'm so grateful. It's so sad that now, he's no more. And, I'm where I am because of that man. But not only him, we also had a lot of, managers or the reps leaders that also supported me. I think I was so lucky because he was hands-on on me. He was able, to also pass it on to others, even the manager of the club, making sure they follow the protocols. But and for his presence, even during competition, especially for me, it was also motivating to, when you watch in the stands, you see, there's Mr. Masugu here. Then, you need to pull up your socks and do well for the reps team. But
From Spura to reps, you had already started representing the country, or it's when you join reps then we can say you are an international athlete?
No, before I joined reps, I was already representing the country. I was coming from the World Championships in 2009, the World also Championships, 2009. That was my first World Championships. Yeah.
So you come back, then they have noticed because you've got the talent. They want to sit a deal with you. You sit down, you agree everything, and then you start doing things you do. Now, fast forwarding maybe to 2009, 10, already you are, for sure, nationally, you're one of the best. But during that time, were there other names locally you would say they were doing quite well?
Yeah, there was Musa Dlamini, both Fashion Zimanze, that I found them say running, Tabane Mdluli, Musa Dlamini, they're all from reps, some of them. And Bosebenele Dlamini, also Tandaza, Mlambo.
Oh, you found Tandaza already?
No, I didn't find him. I think we came
at the same time.
Together with Bomlambo, Bomtebo. They came after us, but they were even before I retired. They were all my competitors.
Okay. Yeah. But almost already you found them there.
Yeah, I found them there. But both us usually they were running for Bering during the school competitions. Musa was running from Babane Club and Botaban and stuff. Okay,
so then you knew you are best in 100 sprint. You knew that's what you need to focus, 100 and 200.
Yes, like I knew that I'm a good 200-meter athlete, but in order for me, I need to run both 100 and 2. But, really I was good at the 200 meters. Because technically I wasn't good with the blocks. I'm coming from Stegi, there's no blocks, there's no spike, where can you practice that? Only endurance. Yeah.
I remember my early days of being a sports journalist. You were ever present at the Mapsa Sports Center, be it in the morning hours, be it in the afternoon, with or without a coach. You always used the facility to keep up the standard. You always believed in working hard as an athlete.
Yeah, even now I believe that in order to get something, you need to invest. Your time, effort. You need to work hard, in order to get something. I always tell my athletes that consistency is the key. To success. You can have the talent, but if you're not consistent, like I can attest to that some athletes, that we have maybe even before, they were talented than me. But for me, the difference was consistent, focus, and hard work.
By then, were you still Subsiso Matsenjwa with that Swaziport, or you already Swaziport when you joined reps?
Already Swaziport, because the name I went to the World Championships in 2009. I met Usain Bolt. Then I came back. I called myself Swaziport, and it just came like everyone Swaz. I never know that one of the good days, I'll be at the top. Sometimes some athletes they call them name. One of the good days, you probably, play against you. So for me, I never knew that, in as much as I wanted to be one of the top athletes in the world, but I never knew that one of the good days, I've been in line with him. So, yeah.
So you had a friendship that was there for a little time. For sure, when he meets you now, he can still recognize you.
I don't think so.
By then, you once met twice or 3 times?
I met him twice. The first time, it was 2009. Then now, towards my retirement. Yeah.
Okay. You've got... Or should I say credit of maybe having relations with international athletes? I remember Khan Simbine, you once brought him here.
Yeah, the sports, it connects you with people. Yeah, we have become a family, You take me to South Africa, I'll never be stranded. Take me to Germany, I'll never be stranded through sports, It has helped me a lot, I would say, because, to get Akane to come here, I didn't have to pay anything, just a text, and it was a short notice, and he told me, hey, Sbu, tell me the date, but I'm going to America, so I can see if I can come, I can pull through. But like, okay, sure, this is the date, and he said, no, I can come, but I can do in and out. I was like, no, it's fine, as long as the athletes will get the message.
Yeah. Okay. So you've had a long time relationship when you were based in South Africa during the scholarship.
Yeah. Even, you know, for me to join, to be part of Adidas, it's because, you know, we were staying in the same, you know, apartment together with Bonsimbin and Simon Makwaka, if you know, the first South African to run 9 seconds. So we were sharing the same house but different rooms. Yeah.
Now let's talk about your international journey. Now you, from Hlume, from Eswatini, first international competition, you met, Swazi Bolt, you met the usual Usain Bolt, the one and only Usain Bolt. Now you join the reps, your first major competition, 2012 Olympics. How was it?
Hey, that one. For me, you know, building up to London Olympic Games were my first Olympic Games, and I had a lot in the plate, you know, to achieve. Because I remember I wrote even something on my hand, you know, I wrote 20.9, and I wrote my grandma. I wanted to make my grandma proud, you know. And I wrote also scholarship. I wanted to get a scholarship, and also wrote like a job. You know, I wrote something on my hand. So even when I go before, you know, on your mark set, so I can remind myself that I'm here. Some, they want medals, some they want PBs, but for me, this is what I want, you know. And I told myself, this is the day, nothing else that I'll get. So let me give everything that I have. You know, I've prepared very well. I'm here. They've given me the opportunity to showcase my talent, you know. And everything connected so well. You know, I ran national record, got a scholarship, you know, I got a job.
Do you still remember the record?
It was 20.93.
20?
It was 20.93.
20.93,
Yeah,
20 seconds, 0.9, yeah.
Yeah, 20.9. You know,
in 200 meters?
In 200 meters.
Okay. But I'm sure as we grow, as we continue the show, we'll talk about how you ended up maybe getting into 19, somewhere maybe
20.2.
20.2. Yeah. So that was your first Olympic Games. So in your record, you have done 4 Olympic competitions.
4 Olympic Games. Yeah.
12, 16, 20, 24.
Yes.
And how many Commonwealth Games?
3 Commonwealth Games.
3 Commonwealth Games, yes.
Yeah, it was, the first one was 2014, Scotland, and second was 2018, Gold Coast, and the third one was also again Birmingham, in England again.
The nation wants to talk about the event that followed COVID-19, 2022 Olympics.
Tokyo 2022. It was 2020,
and then shifted to 2021.
Yes.
After COVID. 200 meters semi-finals. First, you are disqualified for making movement.
Yeah.
1.2 million of Eswatini are in shock. Swazi Bolt is out of the competition. That was hit number 2. For some privilege, I was in touch with him. I remember then. Then 7 hits later, hit number 9, you are back in line. I remember you with the likes of... Yes, yeah. And tell us about that moment. What happened? How did you back in the lane? And when you got back in the lane, you finished in the top 3.
Yeah,
you qualified for the finals.
You know, that year I remember that I sacrificed a lot, you know, exhausted everything, trying to, you know, to be one of the best athletes in the world. I remember I had to come home, you know, they closed the border, you know, there's curfew, you can't even travel to start, maybe try to qualify. I had to travel on the SADC region. Then, you know, I got the opportunity now, you know, I didn't qualify. I was running 20.4s and I wanted to run 20.3 and qualify for the Olympic Games. I got the opportunity. Now I'm at the Olympic Games. Even the traveling for us, it wasn't really nice. I remember I slept on the plane because it was empty because of COVID. You know, trying to make sure that I don't, you know, like I reserve my energy for these competitions. So I got there. I got the opportunity. I went to run the 200-meter hits, you know, got a good lane. I don't know what came to my mind, you know, maybe I wanted, because I wasn't good at the start. So probably I had the pressure that, you know, from the blocks I need to go, you know, and try to, you know, to slow the time. Then I saw on the screen like, Papa. Then when I wake up, like from the block, like, yo, it's me. Yeah, I can see the movement. They gave me a red card. And they took me through, escorted me through. And I was like, yo, it's over. Even if they gave me that red card, like, back home and, you know, call it. Yeah, it was very
and
done
I remember
about
our
me.
swimming, our gymnastics, bonke bebaphumile. Sonke besibuke wena nje.
even nanami kube bang red card avele kube the red card ngayithola retire after that, and I was going to ask from my CDM to just give me to maybe to try and book another ticket for me to fly back home, because I know the competition was nice, the weather was nice, everything was perfect. For me it was just to run the best time. But then after some few 10 to 15 minutes, I started to complain. They kept me waiting with the chip because I can't live with their chip. And I asked, why are you guys keeping me here? Imagine I'm watching people running and numbing for that gym, and now they're keeping me waiting here. The Japanese couldn't respond in English. He called me, took me through while we were walking, around the stadium. And I asked him, I am going to run. He couldn't respond. But part of me can see, like, no, probably I'm going to run. And I would say, either I'm running alone, it's fine, as long as in Figelana. Imagine flying from here all the way to Tokyo,
And you don't run.
You don't run. Yeah. So then when I got to the starting line and I saw one hit, it was Noah Lines. I remember I saw USA, I saw Jamaica, I saw South Africa, I saw Canada, and Turkey. I was like, yo, this hit is packed. I'm not going to survive here.
I think Trinidad Tobago as well.
No, it wasn't. They were not in my heat. It was in the semi-finals.
Semi-finals, yeah.
So I think the senior judge, he said, track manager, he said to me, no, it's our fault. Take your time. I'm like, it's their fault. Because I didn't understand what really happened. Take your time. They took my race number, they put it for me. I remember they check. Then I took off my shorts and, my turkeys I put on my spike. I set him up blocks. No, it's our fault. Meaning, hey, now I'm getting hitting, the other guys were like, hey, I don't care. I just have to run. Okay, I saw myself number 2. I'm like, yo, qualified. I want to achieve time. If the time takes me to the next one.
I still have a moment of that picture.
Yeah.
After running, you're holding yourself like this. You're checking on the screen. I think you're tired.
Yeah.
What went through your mind? And I think that hit had big guns.
Yeah, it had big guns, big countries, but I survived. And that guy, that track manager came because he was towards the end. He came to me and said, congrats. It's not that easy, to be disqualified, sit without warm-up and come back and run like this. Everyone, even at the athletes village, all the athletes, African athletes, were like, yo, man, congrats. Even the other guys from South Africa, they were even asking what happened, because we saw you getting a red card. Some of them were saying, hey, say you got muti, or,
Would that remain as the highlight of your career? Huh? I'm saying in the history of Olympics, they have that record that someone was disqualified and came in and finished in the top 3.
Yeah.
So is that one of the highlights of your career?
Yeah, one of the biggest highlights, because I remember I got a scholarship again, to prepare for Paris. I also got a contract, being one of the first athletes in the country, to receive one of the second companies, contract. I got a contract from Adidas internationally, For me, because it's one of the things, as an athlete, I wanted to be signing a contract with probably Nike, Puma, or Adidas, running the Diamond League and running the Olympic Games.
So that was your last Olympics?
No, it wasn't my last Olympics. I got a scholarship to prepare for Paris.
2020.
Yes, so Paris was my last one. Yeah.
So after Paris, you retired?
Yeah, but I retired. Even my agent were like, why is Boo, you still here? I'm like,
but the question, why did you retire?
Yeah, I've been doing this thing for long,
Commonwealth this year, we could be having you for the Glasgow Games.
Yeah. You don't want the same thing away from home, because you know what you need to do in order to achieve something. Because I know you need to, to focus, That's why I was always in South Africa. You find me in Mavuso, because I know the work you need to do in order to get what you want.
So you're a coach now?
Now I'm a coach.
What's the name of your club?
No, I'm part of the reps.
Oh, the reps, yeah. So you've got a team that you coach?
Yeah, part of the reps.
How are you finding it?
Hey, they're doing well, those guys, Yeah, they're doing well. Even some of my colleagues in South Africa, even they are happy, seeing the guys improving, And as much as because in athletics you need to be patient, you can't get quick results. Yeah.
So you are in the early stages of your career. What do you want to achieve as a coach? How far do you want to go as a coach? We've seen what you've done as an athlete, but now as a coach, what can you expect?
Yeah. But I don't know. It will take some time. I want to produce for me an athlete that will qualify. I couldn't qualify, but I know now what it takes for one to qualify for Olympics. For me, I only qualify for for the World Championships, like reaching the Olympic standard when I was in Tokyo. But I want an athlete to qualify outright while he's based here or in South Africa. But then, to achieve that, that is one of the biggest goals for me. But now I have those small goals, that I have to, to achieve with the athletes.
How many are there in terms of your team athletes?
Yeah, I have 7 athletes. They're young, most of them. I have 2 seniors, and the other ones are juniors, and have 3 youth athletes. I think one of them is already part of the team that the long list for Commonwealth Games, like 2 of them, even the junior athlete. He came second during the qualifier for the Commonwealth Games, qualified Mavuso. Yeah, he also ran a good time, but it will take some time. We take him through, we get psychologists, to talk to them as well. Yeah, making sure they get those things that I couldn't get when I was still an athlete.
Let's talk about now, maybe as we wrap up the interview, to look at also, who are you in real life? Because now you're a coach. We can't really say much about you in terms of the journey. We are yet to see maybe at international competition. So you're an accredited coach. That's what we should say.
Level 2 World Athletics coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also part of the Eswatini Athletics Commission. You're the chairperson.
Yeah.
That also involves your connection with the likes of Akan Simbine and how you manage to bring them in the country.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the Athletics Commission chair, my second, term, because the first one I was still active, but now I have retired, which will make me be able, to set programs to assist the athletes, making sure we represent the interests of the athlete at the National Olympic Committee board.
Okay, this deal, we can also touch on it a bit. Are they still with you, Adidas? Because now you ask yourself, you're no more running, but you're a coach. Is the contract still there? Are you an Adidas, ambassador?
Not really, but I don't know. Maybe in future, they'll come through because at the moment, I remember when I was in Belgium I went in Belgium for a course in sports ethics and integrity. And I wrote to the kit lady at Adidas International in Germany. They sent me some stuff, because I asked for some jackets. They're like, yeah, I'm here. Then they say, send your address. And also my agent, is based in South Africa. He sees my status because I do post my trainings with the athletes, and he just asked me, Sbu, get sizes of your athletes and send it to me. I'll look maybe some kit for them. So last year he gave me some spikes for them. I gave the athletes, they have spikes, world-class spikes. Even this year, asked me, Sbu, when are you coming to Joburg? I have some kit for you for your athletes. Like, no, anytime I'll come, I'll let you know I'm coming next week. I went to him. He gave me some kit for my athletes, the 2025 kit for them, and the nicest spike, spike cost like 5K, of which a child couldn't afford to buy, like me when I was still an athlete.
All right. So we cannot conclude without knowing what you do in life. Who are you? Social life. How do you live? The biggest question I think we've always faced is to know who is Sbu. Are you a family man? Do you have a family? When I talk about family, I mean, do you have Mrs. Matsenjwa?
Yeah, she's there. Yeah.
And then just take us through how long have you been together and how is it here?
It's been long. It's been long, yeah. My wife is here supporting me each and every day. We are always together. Luckily enough, she doesn't stay far from where I work. So most of the time, we spend time together at home because I am home here by Manzini.
So what do you do during your social time? When you say you're not a coach, you're not at work, who are you?
Yeah, I stay at home because I have cows. So I just take a drive, to see my cows, in Malinza, Ngafuya. So I just go there, and be happy, be a man, yeah. But see,
Sure.
Yeah, so then I drive back home,
Where do you see the future of athletics in the country?
Yeah, I do see, the guys, if they keep up, probably one of the good days we have an athlete that will qualify especially in the boys' side. But, you know, we still have, because I'm part of athletics, we still have to bring more girls, you know, to do sport, trying to encourage them, you know, because doing sports, it doesn't mean if now better but win, but there's a lot you can achieve. Imagine if I wasn't doing athletics, probably I'm a drug dealer, probably I'm say jail, you know, you may never know. But because it takes you some time, you come back home tired, and then you go back and sleep, and you avoid doing things that are not good. So hoping that we get more girls to do athletics and, you know, be like Bo Pomlile and the like of Erica.
Sibusiso, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, most
we
welcome.
do appreciate you. Are a friend of this house. We are familiar to everyone in the media industry, especially here at Eswatini TV. That is Sibusiso Swazibot Matsentra, a legend in the sporting fraternity. You talk about athletics. You talk about one to ever raise the country's flag high, be it at Olympics and Commonwealth Games. Someone is yet to fill this guy's shoes. He has done a lot for the country. Now he has stepped into the coaching role, where I think in the near future, he might help us produce one of the best. Until we meet again, this was your Inside the Sport episode, where we're doing things differently, having a sit one-on-one with one of the best we ever produced in the country. Until we meet again, Niazimos, Inside the Sport. Sitla Gamnas.
Get Spar Super Savings at every store, in every aisle, every day. Get 2-ply Spar toilet rolls, 18s for $94.99. Save 25 Emalangeni. 3 kg Sunlight hand wash powder for $79.99. Save 20 Emalangeni. Or 50 ml Nivea roll-on deodorant. Buy any 2 for $44. Save 26 Emalangeni. Now that's super savings. T's and C's apply.